Okay, so we're going this way.
We can use the ruins to cross the ravine.
Assuming they will allow it. The echoes have a will of their own.
Over here! Too slow. All yours, Torgal.
Nice. Oh, there's a bridge over here.
Over here!
Ooh, nice level up.
Tell us about Yote, Joshua.
She's strong-willed, loyal, and deadly with a blade. Much like Clive, but with better manners.
Hey Aru, welcome to the stream. Thanks for stopping by. Oh great, birds.
Get him! Get him! You're finished! Stick him! I do. Where are you off to now, then? Bound for the Free Cities, perhaps? Oh, no need to say if you'd rather not. We all have our reasons. Ain't exactly feeling like sharing with strangers myself at the mo. Truth be told, I could do with a bit of inspiration. Don't know which way to turn no more. Was doing a roaring trade back in Oriflamme. Right up until the poor Drake lost her noggin. So, thought I'd try me luck in the desert. And the Fang went the same way. And don't get me started on the mess in the bloomin' Dominion. Suppose I could try Canver next. But knowing my luck, the old place would be crawling with the works before I'd even set out me stall. But as I always say, where there's crisis, there's opportunity. The opportunity to mint Gil, that is. So, where to next? Is there any money to be made in Ash? Do orcs even carry Gil?
Is this the same merchant from last stream that was outside the other place and he talked forever and I stood there and I kept walking away thinking he was done talking? I love how he's like, I don't feel like sharing with strangers at the moment, but here's my entire life story. I wonder if he pops up in other places, or like if he popped up in places previous that I missed.
You're injured. What happened here? Where are your comrades?
Ether flood. Up ahead. It swallowed our camp while we slept. My own men did this. turned. Every last one of them. There's a village not far from here. Tabor. The people were kind to us. It's only a matter of time before they won't stand a chance. We can't let those monsters reach the...
I'll go. You catch your breath.
Thank you. Our encampment is up ahead. Just off the track. They must not reach Tabor. Forgive me, Lord Kupka.
Rest well, soldier. You said the encampment was close. Let's hope the Akashic are still there.
Just follow the ominous blue glow.
Another ether flood. They're everywhere now.
We can't go around it.
Then we'll just have to be careful.
No, it's the chocobos.
Good. I got here in time.
You know, a lot of people were saying that, like, you could do a lot of cool aerial combos in this game, but I don't really like doing aerial combos. Especially if you whiff it, then you just end up stuck in the air for too long.
Someone there! Please, I can't move my leg!
That doesn't sound like an Akashic. You're with the battalion?
I am. I heard the fighting. Are the others?
Taken care of. One of your brothers in arms told me what happened and asked for help.
Another survivor? Where is he? Tell me.
His wounds were too deep.
He was right to send you. Those things you slew are no longer my brothers. Tabor is safe thanks to you. Here, you've earned it.
Hey Aramon, welcome to the stream. Thanks for stopping by today.
You seem familiar. Have we met?
You must have me confused with someone else.
Wait. That scar.
Son of a whore. You're Sid. I was there, in Kosnis, when you killed my brothers. I was there in Rosalith, when you killed my commander!
My war with Hugo Kupka is over. I bear no ill will toward those who followed him.
And what of my ill will? Coward! Draw your steel. Lord Kupka shall be avenged!
Accept this challenge. He can barely stand, or fine. He can barely stand.
When your wounds have healed and your head has cooled, come and find me if you must. Though I hazard your life would be better spent in service of those who need it. Or have you forgotten your oath to the Republic?
My oath? What would you know of oaths?
I know how hard they are to keep. Which is why I'm giving you the chance to keep yours.
No. I won't be deceived. Lord Kupka told us of your crimes. You are an outlaw. A murderer, not some...
Man. Like you or anyone else.
I am nothing like you. But if you're not gonna kill me, then go. Leave! Just know that I will find you, Sid. Someday.
Okay, bye. Idiot. Sid's not my real name. What if I go back to him?
You will regret not killing me when you had a chance, Sid. I will avenge my master.
Watch this guy become the final boss. And thanks for the stretch reminder, Aramon. Very good call. You guys at home, make sure you take the chance to stretch too. Sit up straight in your seat. Don't slouch. Just want to add these guys to my bestiary.
We're nearly there.
Have you been to Tabor before?
There are a few places I haven't.
Where now, Joshua?
There is a residence just inside the city gates. She awaits us within.
My Lord Marquis, it is an honor. I am Yote.
You could have said something before you drew our swords.
Undying, charged with the protection of His Grace Joshua Rosfield, Keeper of the Flame of the Phoenix.
You took your time there, Joshua.
It all makes sense now.
Would you care to elaborate?
The Undying are loyal servants to the ducal throne. Or more specifically, to its heir. They have served our family for generations, albeit from the shadows.
Since their inception, they have been tasked with the preservation and enactment of the rites of ancestral communion. After the events at Phoenix Gate, it was the Undying who delivered me to safety. And since the day I left Rosaria, Yote has been my constant companion and protector. Without her sword, I would not have survived my journey across the realm.
Rise, Lady Yote. You saved my brother. I owe you a debt I can never repay.
I but did my duty.
Come now. Tell us what you've discovered.
Your Grace. It is as you feared. The vessel we spied off the coast of the Crystalline Dominion on the night of her fall. It was the Einherjar. Beyond any doubt.
The Black Galleon.
Joshua, the Einherjar is the Royalists' flagship. What business would they have in the Dominion?
Upon learning of Waloed's involvement in recent events at Drake's Fang, I sensed the malign influence of Ultima, and bid Yote and the Undying look into the matter.
We have reason to believe that the Black Galleon weighed anchor shortly after the fighting began, and set a course due south.
For Canva. Then it is Waloeda knights who besiege the cities.
What is left of them? Yes. And the Black Galleon sails at but one man's behest. Barnabas Tharm.
Meanwhile...
But are we truly safe here in the Agora?
The city guard have been paid, if that's what you're implying.
All the more reason for them to run.
Well, you are free to leave, Lord Minister.
Markets abandoned, warehouses aflame, blackened hulls choking every port in the capital. Canva is ruined.
The realm teeters on the brink of chaos, and all you can think about is commerce!
Forgive us. We were not aware Dhalmekia now subsisted on charity.
How dare you!
Distinguished members of the Council, you must forgive His Majesty this intrusion.
His heels.
What is the meaning of this?
A trifle crowded, but I fear it will have to serve, my liege.
Very well.
My colleagues, do you not see? The king! He has come to save us from the Akashic! He is a gift from the heavens, divine intervention, our very salvation.
And of course, if it is compensation he requires, we would be most willing to negotiate a fair price for services rendered.
Fools! Your ignorance unbecomes you.
Your Majesty, correct me if I'm wrong, but I would swear that the fiends washing the cobbles of Canva with the blood of her citizens wear the colors of Waloed. Ha! So you do not deny it. Guards, fetter them, and see our guests to the dungeons!
Enough.
He just Zantetsuken the whole room.
Pathetic creatures. That you should imagine yourselves worthy of salvation. The girl is still here, somewhere in the city. Her consciousness fair dripping with her late father's hubris. A consciousness to which Mythos is inextricably bound and inexorably drawn.
They're looking for Mid.
See that he is made welcome.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Come, Mythos. Surely the prince's light cannot have sated you.
I feel like we won't be getting to fight Odin today, though, right? Unless it's like we fight Barnabas, and then we fight Odin later, kind of like we did with Hugo.
So then, how long has Waloed been under Ultima's control?
Because we haven't set foot in Ash yet.
How long indeed? Based on what we know of Barnabas's actions, I would guess some few years, mayhap more.
But to what end? What does Ultima want?
The tapestry. Show them.
By the flames.
Phoenix Gate, Drake's Breath, and now here. But what is it?
It is old, ancient, even. Naught remains of the faith it represents, save what can be gleaned from the image itself. None could tell me what the one in the apothecary meant, even the Undying. But I believe it may be the key to discerning Ultima's purpose.
He wants to become God Kefka.
That figure in the center, the one beneath whom the icons congregate, that I believe to be Ultima. He is a god, or at least godlike, his very existence beyond our ken. The icons, and by extension their dominants, are meant to be his subjects, and while some, like Barnabas, have accepted this role, others have rejected it, like you, Clive, which is rather inconvenient, as it appears he needs you most of all. And gods don't like to be disobeyed.
No, I don't suppose they do.
Clive, may I tell Yote of the lake?
By all means.
Yote, I will be accompanying my brother to the Free Cities. Whilst we are afield, I would have you watch over those Clive has made his wards. Omielos delan tuisag ilith. Though well concealed, the hideaway lacks trained fighters to defend its occupants should they be discovered.
But it is my duty to...
As it has ever been my brother's duty, remember.
If that is your wish, Your Grace. But please be safe. If aught were to befall you,
You have my word.
Farewell, my lord, my lady.
We are in your debt, Yote.
So the spell they use to tell the owls where to go, you can also do it on humans? And furthermore, now that I think about it, you don't need to be able to use magic to use it.
Let's find our friends.
It's just like something anyone can do, apparently. Explain that. I mean, there must be... Tomes must have an entry on the Stolas, right? Thanks for coming by, Ash. Hope you have a good sleep. We'll catch you next time. Thank you, thank you.
It's plain she cares for you very deeply.
And I her, which is why I had to let her go.
Side quests.
Opportunity beckons. Who among you... Is that blade for hire, perchance? Because I have a mind to make a killing.
Figuratively, I hope.
Well, yes and no. A passing caravan carried with it a rumor most fortuitous for one in my trade, that an elder Dread Evis had been sighted in the fields of Korava. Dread Evis are aggressive beasts. Compelled as they are to acts of violence, few survive to maturity, but those that do develop a hide of phenomenal value.
A hide you want to sell?
Eventually, yes. Though I would have it tanned first that it might be crafted into marvels the likes of which the world has never seen. Dread Evis skin is a rare thing indeed, but the worked hide of a well-aged beast, now that would fetch such coin that Gilbert himself might weep with envy. Bring me that beast's skin, and I will share with you the bounty of our combined labors.
All right. I'll hunt your Evis.
Of course you will. When one lives in such troubled times, it is a fool who lets opportunity slip his grasp. Leave Tabor through the east gate, but take the path that branches west. Once you reach the checkpoint at Tovany, you are a mere stone's throw from the fields of Carava. I eagerly await your safe, and above all, triumphant return.
Oh, okay. I was like, how come it's showing me the quest is this way, but the quest is over here? It's because I'm looking at the marker for the one I just accepted.
An ether flood, yes.
How are those new boots treating you?
You! Finally. No one was paying me the slightest heed.
Is something wrong?
At the university, the students would hang on my every word. Sadly, this far from home, I'm just a vagrant greybeard.
The university? You're a scholar.
A specialist in ancient cultures. The most accomplished in all Valisthea, some have said. Not that I look the part in these tattered rags. In my heyday, no obstacle could have kept me from my studies. Yet here I am, a wizened windbag, bested by the many steps of Tabor. The answers I seek lying just beyond my enfeebled reach. Would you do an old man a kindness and brave the stairs in my stead? You'll be amply rewarded, of course.
Climb the stairs and...
And memorize a few inscriptions for me. Assuming you know your letters, that is. Some courteous soul is rumored to have carved clues to Tabor's rich history into stones dotted about the village. 3 of them, to be precise. 1 each to the north, south, and east. I'm here in the hope that those carvings might shed light on a riddle I've been pondering for some time. Namely, the otherwise undocumented origins of Tabor's unique people. People quite unlike those of neighboring lands.
I can't promise I'll remember everything perfectly.
Remember what you can. I'll piece together the rest. Make for the domed pavilions, and you'll have no trouble finding the stones.
What a boring old man, he's not gonna ask me to piggyback him. Would you imagine? I hope they don't quiz me on these words. I'm just gonna trust that you're gonna memorize it, Clive. Children of the hunters, now tillers of the land, reap her promised blessing and give praise her gracious hand.
Farmers must have settled here in Tabor.
Or maybe you could, I don't know, write it down, Clive? Wanderers of the Golden Plains, lay your roots in stone, with pride recall thy noble past, and make these rocks a home.
What Golden Plains might the wanderers have called home, I wonder?
Have you noticed the elders?
Come on, Clive, sprint. I know you can sprint. Why don't you do it in town? It'd be most useful.
These stones to Canva and the rest of the boxes.
Why won't the sky go back to how it was?
Guardians of the Crystal, the first stones of Tabor. Sacred hold thy noble blood till ends the mother's labor.
No history would be complete without mention of the mother crystals. I should speak to the old scholar before I forget everything I've read.
That Cyril fellow's an odd fish, don't you think?
Well, scholarly sorts like him always are, aren't they?
How are those new boots treating you?
Especially since one of the pavilions is literally just like 10 steps away from this guy. You could have at least checked that one. I could understand if you didn't want to walk up the stairs or the ladder to get to that one.
The engravings were in good repair considering their age.
Oh, would that I could have seen them for myself. Oh, come, don't tease me now. What did you learn of this place and its people? Let's start with the engraving to the south, shall we? What did it say?
The great good Mughal guardians. I don't know which direction is south from here, though. Public?
Guardians of the Republic.
The Republic? Are you certain? These stones predate the founding of Dhalmekia by centuries.
That can't be right, then.
And that's the crystals. Is he talking about the one that at the ladder?
Guardians of the Crystal, the first stones of Tabor.
Okay, yeah, that's the last one I checked.
Till ends the mother's labor.
I thought he was asking me about the first one I checked.
That was it.
Fascinating. It would seem the founders of this city were descendants of those fallen charged with protecting the mother.
You wanted me to do the Ruggles one? Well, it's too late now.
Whatever could have driven the Guardians so far from their sacred charges?
I would have just called me an idiot.
The engraving to the north is next, I think.
Tomes doesn't have an entry on Mughals, too, because... Didn't Tomes tell me that Mughals don't exist? He's like, oh, you silly, Mughals aren't real. Nectar did say that other people weren't able to understand him, but he didn't say anything about other people being unable to see him.
Wanderers of the Golden Plains, lay your roots in stone. With pride recall thy noble past, and make these rocks a home. Or, I think that was it, at least.
No doubt you're right. There are vestiges of nomadic customs in Tabor its guardian roots could never account for. This is proving most enlightening. Now, for the final stone.
It's this one, Tillers of the Land.
Children of the Hunters, now tillers of the land. Reap her promised blessing, and give praise her gracious hand. That's all three.
And so, we add primitive farmers to Tabor's founding peoples, the final piece of the puzzle. 3 engravings, one for each of the 3 peoples to have settled Tabor in ancient times. Guardians of the Mother Crystal, wanderers from across the plains, and last but certainly not least, hunters turned farmers. Little wonder it was so difficult to trace the roots of Tabor's culture. Those roots reached down through 3 distinct traditions. Nonetheless, one cannot help but wonder why this fact is not better known among scholars, given that the stones stand here for all to see.
Too many stairs, perhaps.
Ha! Too many by far. Here, and thank you.
It'd be funny if you could just, like, rewrite history by telling this guy different things. Yeah, the Ronkin quests in Final Fantasy XIV let you do that. Darn it, Clive, you can't jump over this rope.
How are those new boots treating you?
I actually have to walk down these stairs. Oh, come on, Clive. You could definitely jump from here.
Beneath the flood, yes.
Cyril. How fares the search?
Well, Your Grace, my report shall be with you ere long.
Ah, yes. Yotei is otherwise engaged, at my behest.
And the duty of wardenship?
Fulfilled. For as you see, I've been reunited with my first shield.
I am Cyril, Knight of the Undying and bearer of the Burning Quill, charged with chronicling the mortal deeds of His Grace, Joshua Rosfield, Keeper of the Flame of the Phoenix, and rightful Archduke of Rosaria.
I entrusted Cyril here with overseeing the investigation into Ultima's origins. Findings from his brothers and sisters afield are delivered here to be collated and catalogued.
Just how many Undying are there?
Not nearly enough, milady. Yet we are glad to give our all in service to the Phoenix. Such is, and has ever been, our creed.
I see.
You have your associates, I have mine. But you may now think of them as ours. That won't be a problem, will it?
The Phoenix is our sun, and we but the shadows that quicken in his radiance. It is from the darkness that we serve, both him and now you. Pray accept this token.
Another brooch? A phoenix down!
For as long as you bear it, members of our order will reveal themselves unto you, if there is nothing further.
No. You are dismissed.
With this, I'll never die!
It's a Canva, then.
We'll talk about this later. Cyril seemed very, You certainly keep strange bedfellows, Joshua.
You're one to talk, Clive.
The free cities under sea?
This is how I get there. Can I just chocobo there? Kind of far.
Are you sure this is the right way, brother?
I'm doing a side quest, Joshua. You wouldn't understand. I just annihilated them. But there's a way marker there.
You lost, stranger. Wherever you're headed, it's back the way you came.
Pretty brave of them to just have one dude guarding the gate. This goes back to Danimel. One dude guarding the gate, he's not even like armored. Ooh. Panther. Can I fight it? Oh, look at him.
This one. Get him.
I love the parkouring panthers in this game. Or capoeira or whatever. Not parkour, that's not what I meant to say. This is a big field. Oh, does it connect to here? Must. There's Drake's Fang.
Old he may be. It looks like there's still plenty of fight in him yet.
Dread Avis? More like Dead Avis. Got him.
This thing reeks. It's Sooner it's off my hands, the better.
That was pretty fast. I mean, we were higher level than it. Okay, good. It wasn't too much of a detour.
Here's your hide, as requested.
I worried you might never return. Quickly, let me see it. Oh, as supple as a maiden's cheek, yet as adamant as her virtue.
Nice description.
Everything I'd hoped for.
I hope we didn't stab it too many times.
Clearly, my trust in you was not misplaced. You must be a hunter of considerable talent to have bested the beast with nary a scratch. Join me as my honored partner. With my means and your might, we shall be as wealthy as the merchant kings of Zemeckis.
I don't plan on making a habit of this. I'm busy enough as it is.
Very well. Though I believe fate had a hand in our meeting, it would be unbecoming of me to bear.
Yeah, it's not like Joshua melted it with his bird laser.
Here, for the hide.
Bird laser. Like, obviously I understand that, you know, Clive and Joshua have a relationship, so they're both fire, and then we have Jill who's ice, and we had Sid who was lightning. But it's still kind of a shame that the only battle effects we see from our party members are just fire and ice for the most part of the game. Would have been nice to see a bit more variety. I mean, obviously Clive can use all the elements, but still. Like, I don't know, if we got, like, Eon for a little bit, for example.
This one. Over here. Attack.
Like, I mean, we did get a little bit of time with Wade, Tyler, Byron, and Gav, but because they're not dominants or bearers, they don't really get any cool stuff.
Get him. This one.
Clive. Smoke.
Is the city fallen?
Maybe we get to fight Barnabas as a human here, and then we save the Odin fight for when we get to Waloed. Kind of like we did with Hugo, that's what I'm kind of guessing.
The free men are still holding their own, then.
Do we have any idea where Gav and the others might be?
There's a warehouse near the docks where we agreed to meet if there was any trouble. We should hurry.
Wait, why is there a side quest over here? Wait, why did 3 side quests spring up out of nowhere? Excuse me, game? Excuse me, game? I was just ready to do something interesting. Usually I do the side quests as soon as I see them, but I kind of want to just keep up the momentum. And the game wants me to sidetrack again. I'm gonna do this, I don't care. I'm doing the side quest after this. I want to see what happens.
Sounds like thunder.
Thanks for the bit, Sikaru.
You're late. We're starting to think you'd stumbled off a cliff.
Aw, hug.
I seem to recall that was you, Gav.
Good to see you. Any trouble on the road?
Nothing we couldn't handle.
I knew you'd come. Is that who I think it is?
Yes.
Allow me to introduce my brother, Joshua.
Clive's told me all about you. Or even listening most of the time. Name's Midadol, but everyone calls me Mid.
My lady.
Enchanté.
Hey?
Everyone's like, Josh, what are you doing? Weirdo.
My boy.
Uncle Byron.
It's really you. I never thought I'd see the day.
I really hope nothing bad happens to Uncle Byron. I really hope nothing bad happens to Uncle Byron.
So these Akashic are being controlled.
That's what it looked like. Empty eyes, eerie blue glow. No doubt they were turned, but silent as monks, every last one of them.
Your man here speaks true, Clive. We saw more than a few in the city. They moved in ranks with a purpose, and not of their own.
Ultima's doing.
Perhaps.
What of the city? The people?
Dead, mostly.
Mostly, but not all. A handful managed to lock themselves in their villas before the Horde arrived. Some in the Merchants' District to the west, and a few others on the far bank.
If the Akashic stumble across either hiding place, a few bolted doors won't hold them for long. We need to find them. And quickly.
What do you propose?
We split into 2 parties. I will make for the Merchants' District, while you look to those across the river. Mind keeping an eye on my brother?
Not at all.
But I want to be with Joshua.
Understood.
We just got him.
Mid, is she fit to sail?
The ship, the Mithril engine could probably do with a few more tweaks.
Then you better work fast. Even if we do reach the survivors in time, they'll never make it to the hideaway on foot.
You leave that to me.
See that Mid doesn't get herself into trouble, would you?
Think I can manage that?
I'll keep him safe.
Looks like you stuck with me, Byron.
That's Lord Rossfield, you little gutter snipe!
Is the lake where the hideaway is connected to the ocean? I thought it was just a lake, but
then?
they've never been really clear about that.
Keep Clive safe.
Be careful. Both of you.
You too.
All right, Torgal. Let's find those survivors. They don't stand a chance against those things.
Clive, go faster. You're not gonna make it in time. Well, so much for saving the survivors.
They're wearing Waluda.
Oh great, but there's a ninja dude. Ow. Can we not fight on the stairs? It's really hard. I tried to dodge into the bushes, but apparently Clive's unable to walk through those bushes. Hey Sai, welcome to the stream. Thanks for stopping by. Good to see you. I like how the orcs are just hanging out with the Akashic. Like, they're not attacking each other at all. Even though, like, the Akashic are just supposed to be, like, senseless beasts. Oh, well, that's not good. Torgal, can you finish off that other dog? Okay, fine, I'll do it myself. That guy didn't even have a stagger gauge. What would my second element be, since my main element's water? Well, I think my main element would be ice or water. Depends on the game, because sometimes, you know, ice is water in some games. Like, I think even though I'm, like, frog-themed, like, I think ice suits me better from, like, an aesthetic and personality standpoint. I guess if I had to pick a second... I mean, Earth is cool. I main Earth in Grand Blue, and also Earth seems to be associated with punching. But... or maybe Light would be kind of cool, too. I don't know, I guess it depends on the game. Those would be my go-to choices, though, I think. I don't think fire or wind really suit me.
Big. Joshua and Jill must be busy.
It's over. Over here. This one. This one.
Oh, you're a big dude.
Get him.
Oh, how dare you teleport out of my attack.
This one. This one. Let's try.
Oh, that's a big laser. Good thing Torgal can survive a laser. I can't see.
Survivors inside.
Yeah, like personality-wise, I think like Ice and Light would probably be the ones I most gravitate towards, but I think if I want to go with like, if I want to, you know, if Kiro, the VTuber design, was in a game, like aesthetically, I think Water and Earth would fit him better. I imagine he kind of has like, you know, in Street Fighter 4 when people attack, their attacks have like ink strokes behind them, and it looks kind of painterly. I kind of imagine that as an aesthetic. Like, I've never actually really been drawn to water in games, but some games, you know, some games have ice as the water element or vice versa.
Where are they?
Do I get to fight Barney? Nope, not yet.
These creatures. These ultimates really can't get far. What the hell is going on
Where is your master? What does he want? Over here!
You've caused quite the commotion.
Oh, it's you.
But then I would expect no less from you, Muthos.
Are you Leviathan?
You again. I don't believe we've been introduced.
Why are you wearing your full armor this time?
You were in my family's crypt, and now you're here, with an army of Akashic thralls.
Manners, Lord Rosfield? They are men, like you and me. Albeit one's unburdened by the wills that drive...
You don't want to fight me in your high heels and your regular outfit?
They are pure, They are divine.
What?
And they are all that remains in this once raucous city.
You'll pay for what you've done.
As you wish. I confess I have been very much looking forward to this.
See blue.
Pardon me this indulgence, Your Majesty. The vessel shall not be spoiled.
Wait, are you gonna turn into a generic soldier to fight me? You're not even gonna fight me with a unique outfit?
Of House Harvard. And you will yield. Or not. As long as you don't hold back.
I mean, if he's just fighting me as a normal person, that's kind of badass of him, which is cool. But also, I'm expecting something a little more. Yeah, Sleipnir is Odin's horse, so he's just Odin's servant man. Maybe kind of like how Fenrir is Shiva's helper. Ow. Can you stop teleporting everywhere? Ow, I didn't mean to go through that. Okay. Oh, okay. I hate that ground thing because I don't know when it's gonna go off, so but I want to keep dodging forever. There we go. Wait, no, I didn't mean to. I thought you were fully staggered, not half staggered. Oh yeah. Titan block. Did you hear him say fuck in the middle of that?
You will forgive me if my performance seems uninspired.
He's just like, fuck!
It is just that I expected so much more from our chosen one. Perhaps this will kindle your flame?
What now?
A gift from my liege lord's armory. Gungnir.
Yeah, how come the Final Fantasy Odin never uses Gungnir as a weapon? It's like a skill, usually.
Yes! Yes!
Great. Ah. Great, now you're a Dragoon? Ow! I can't see his attacks because Torgal and his effects are blinding me. Not to blame you, boy, but it's kind of hard to see his attacks when you have your giant tails in the way.
This one.
You love hearing Clive shouting Torgal while his voice is all distorted. It's pretty funny.
This one. Get him. Stop. One is seldom enough. Would you not agree?
What are you doing?
I wouldn't.
He is a Dragoon now.
Let's try. Slow.
Oh god. Ow, I dodged into it.
Let's try. Get him.
Oh no, I didn't dodge. I didn't mean to dodge that way. Ow! I dodged the wrong direction. Clive looks so silly when he's jumping. He's like, jump.
Oh, good. That's better. All yours,
Oh, well that was okay, actually. It's always like the beginning, because you're like still learning their moves and how to dodge them. Although I think it would have been more badass if he just challenged me without using Gungnir, Like he was just a normal dude who's just really good at fighting.
The vessel is strong.
You die here? I thought you'd be like the secret overall antagonist. Like it's revealed that he was pulling the strings behind Barnabas the whole time or something like that. You know, like when the second in command turns out to be the first in command in secret. I thought that's what he would be.
You're all right.
As are you, I see.
We are, yes.
I'm sorry, but we couldn't save them.
He didn't even fight us in his cool outfit.
Well, you did what you could. I fear we were all too late. What's wrong?
Nothing. I hope.
Uh-oh, that can't bode well. What if he, like, resurrects and becomes a bigger threat? Oh, hi. Okay. I don't think he died. His body's hidden. Oh, never mind. It's right there. I thought he buried his body, so it'd be like...
so soon, Mythos?
Fake death. Wait, do I fight you here too?
Indeed. You may kneel before Barnabas Tharm, Warden of Ash and King of Waloed.
Get back.
Do I get to fight Odin here now? That seems too soon. Why does this guy look like he should be Clive's dad? Maybe I'm correct. I fight his human form here, but we don't fight Odin until later. Or he's just gonna kick my butt in a cutscene.
Wild and impetuous. I expected more of the boy who bested my Lord Commander. Yet I see why my master covets you so. The power within you, Mythos. The potential. Stop calling me Mythos. But Mythos is everything.
The way they enunciate it. Mythos.
The
Instead of like
cornerstone of all creation.
Mythos.
The Lord's vessel. Your purpose.
My purpose? To surrender my mind and body to that thing.
Also, it's kind of unfair. You're challenging me after I've already gone through a battle, so...
Your Majesty, my purpose is my own. I made a promise to my friends.
Oh, that's like old Greek pronunciation. Mythos.
Nothing is going to stand in my way.
I just think of like the Norse.
You would allow
like,
this
mythos.
delusion of free will to bar your path to greatness? Truly, your volition is a cancer. One that must be excised.
Wait, do I really fight Odin here?
Try it.
He just kicked me. But that's not fair. I fought your second in command already. I'm weak. I'm hurt already. That's not fair. Jill, are you actually gonna do something? Oh, she's just here to make a wall.
Oi! Oi! This way! Hurry!
Oh, Torgal's holding my sword. Good boy.
Power beyond reckoning, and they use it as a crutch. Such a waste.
No, Jill has plot armor. There's no way. Jill has plot armor. There's no way. Jill has plot armor. She's fine.
Will he be alright?
The phoenix can mend flesh, but the spirit must recover on its own.
Hey, Lace. Welcome to the stream.
I'm afraid the rest is up to him.
Thanks so much for stopping by.
This place is remarkable. Outfitting it must have been no small feat. But why go to such trouble?
That beauty's belly's filled with wonders the world ain't ready for. If the guilds caught wind of what we were up to, they'd all want a piece. All right?
And how is he? Do not blame yourself. He was barely breathing when you brought him here. We would have lost him if it were not for you.
No. Barnabas may have severed nigh every sinew in my brother's body. But he made certain the wounds were not fatal.
Nigh every sinew?
Allow me, your lordship. Don't know what I was thinking, putting you to the trouble like that.
'Tis no trouble carrying comestibles to my ailing nephew.
I know, but you've already done so much for us. Pouring your gil into the hideaway and now the ship. I don't want to take the piss.
You risked your life. And for what? Some girl you hardly know. Why'd you do it? You not mad or something?
I wouldn't go that far.
Clive!
You're awake, my boy. Oh.
All I want to do is help. And the world won't save itself. It was Sid. Your father, who taught me that.
Sounds like him.
Don't you dare do that again.
What of the royalists?
Fucked off, the lot of them, along with the galleon.
They don't really seem worried.
King on board, no doubt. Behind here, I wouldn't sail without him.
They don't seem worried that Clive just lost and Jill is MIA.
Clive. Jill didn't come back.
What do you mean?
They captured her. 100% they captured her.
Busy while the others dragged you out.
She's a hostage now. I have to go save her. They turned her into a damsel.
It's all right, Mid. Jill is fine.
The ether of her icon endures. And as long as it does, we can be certain.
She's been captured.
We must pursue the Black Galleon. Jill will be with the king, I'm sure of it.
Well, good luck catching him, because my ship's going nowhere. It's the Mithril engine. She's got a kick like a wild chocobo and a mind to tear the hull in half.
Does that mean you have more side quests for me to do, Mid, to fix this? Gather more materials for you?
Of course I do. My dad'll have seen this coming a league off. If I had his old writings...
If you had his old writings, you'd be sitting under a fuckload of rubble. The ones Otto didn't save anyway. I suppose he might still have a few pages in his stores.
We'll have to hope it's enough. Do what you can to ready the ship. I'll speak with Otto.
In your condition, you really are mad.
Perhaps. But the world really won't save itself.
Again, I feel like you guys should be a little bit more worried, but whatever. Who am I to tell you what to feel? Song of Hope? Is Agnia gonna join our party?
Right. Gav said that Otto might know something.
Cole said it was an army of Akashi.
How are we supposed to do our duty when the hills are crawling?
Clive? But if you're here, where the hell is everyone else? Don't tell me.
They're all right. But it's a long story.
I've been listening to the Octopath 2 soundtrack recently again. So good.
You lot don't do things by halves, do you? Well, at least everyone's still breathing. Now, as for these writings, I'm sorry to say, Clive, but if you had those, you'd be...
Sitting under a pile of rubble, I know.
But we were able to save a few bits and pieces from the ruins, most of which ended up being used to build this place. The more personal items we gave to the next of kin. In the case of Sid's things, that would have been mid.
Then I'll check the workshop.
So I have these side quests. You know what, I'll do the side quests before I check this out. Okay, you know what, I'll start with Martha. Hey, Anarchic! Welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for stopping by.
Ah, Clive. Just the man I was hoping to see.
Oh? And why is that?
You remember how some of Sir Wade's guardians took up residence here after the Akashic attacked? Well, now the rest have come to join him. Seems their barracks in the Lazarus have been lost to an ether flood. Now, I don't mind having a few more brave boys around to keep them animals at bay. I ain't daft after all. But we ain't got nowhere for 'em to bed down. Poor buggers are having to make do with haylofts and chocobo pens. I'd build 'em a new barracks here if I could. But where would I put 'em? There just ain't enough room up here on the rock. Which leaves us in a bit of a pickle. The people we're counting on to keep us safe are living like beggars.
I see.
And it ain't just that lot. There's bears to think about too. There's been more and more of them turning up lately, coming from all over looking for safe haven. But there's only so many we can shelter with the room we've got. We can't keep cramming more and more people into less and less space. What we need is a new home for our new arrivals. And that's what I was hoping you might help me with. If it ain't too much of a burden, of course.
It's no burden.
Thank you, Clive.
So, where were you thinking of making this new home?
Well, I reckon we could do a lot worse than Eastpool.
Eastpool. It's been a long time since I thought about that place.
It was a tragedy, what happened. And if any of us could have done anything to stop it, we would have. But what's done is done. And those who lived there wouldn't have wanted the village they loved to be left in ruins.
I suppose you're right.
The blight might be pressing in, but I reckon it's got a good few years left in it yet. There's just one problem. A band of cutthroats have made it their den, and they don't seem like they'll be moving on in a hurry. Nasty bastards they are too. I've lost some good men to their raids. Would have sent someone to clear 'em out sooner, if my boys didn't already have their hands full fending off the Akashic. But now we've got a few more Guardians of the Flame to call on. I reckon it's time we made our move. What do you say? Fancy leading a raiding party?
I do. Eastpool was once home to people I loved. I won't have bandits sully those memories. I'll gladly drive them out of there.
And I know the men will gladly follow you. I've already shared a few thoughts with Sir Wade about how we might be able to win the place back. And I dare say he's got some ideas of his own too. Why don't you go and talk to him?
Of course.
Yeah, Clive just uses his Titan powers and just creates more land. Why don't we just take the town
Let's hear your plan.
Push it somewhere else?
So Wade, it's good to see you well.
And you, Lord Rosfield. And you.
I spoke with Martha. She tells me you have plans to free Eastpool and make it your own.
That's right, though it was mostly her idea. I rather fear my men have been treading on her toes somewhat since joining us, not to mention each other's. And then there are the bearers, men and women who found the courage to flee their masters and sought refuge here. We need somewhere to settle them, and I can think of worse places than Eastpool.
As can I. Which is why I agreed to help you win it back.
That's very kind of you. I'd be most grateful if you would. With you beside us, we shall soon send that rabble of rogues running for the hills.
So, what can you tell me?
That thankfully there aren't too many of them. Fewer than a dozen at our last count. And rather less, thankfully, the road that leads there will more than likely still be crawling with Akashic. A small force would suffice to clear the village, but if the Akashic were to follow them in, that force could end up trapped between a rock and a very hard place indeed.
I'll head into Eastpool and deal with the bandits. You and the Guardians can stay outside the village and fend off any Akashic who come too close. Make sure I'm not taken unawares.
I can't ask you to bear all that risk yourself, my lord.
The Akashic are the bigger risk. I can handle a few bandits.
Well, if you're sure, I shall summon my men at once.
Shall I wait for you here?
No need, my lord. You go on ahead. We'll be with you before long.
All right. I'll meet you at Eastpool then.
We shall see you there. And may victory await our coming.
Man, like I grew up with like OG SpongeBob, so I really love like old SpongeBob callbacks. And I say them sometimes like as if everyone should get them, and once in a while you'll come across someone that doesn't get them, and you're like, "Oh, I feel old now."
You can just walk in here.
Now, or face the consequences. That's the end of that then.
Oh, hi. Big jelly jiggly dude.
What's that thing doing here? Doesn't matter.
His name is Two Scoops. Maybe I should have done these quests while I still had Joshua and Jill. Ew, look at his hands. They look like those sticky hands that you like, that you like throw on things to stick to for like as a toy. I don't know. You old people know what I'm talking about, right? Yeah, like the sticky hands. Kids nowadays don't really have toys, do they? They just play on their iPads and phones. Also, I love how you can tell that the FF14 team was in charge of this game. Like, the way they name all the the quest enemies and stuff and name the quests, it's exactly the same. Thanks, Koji Fox.
I'll take that as a no.
Bravo. A magnificent display, my lord.
You were watching? I thought you were keeping an eye out for a Kashik.
We were. Put down more than a few on the road, then arrived just in time to see you slay that... whatever it was.
The sticky hand.
Let's hope it was the last of its kind. Though I expect you and the Guardians will be up to the challenge should another appear.
I would hope so, my lord.
Your men will be bringing the bearers who'll be living here, I assume. It might be best to send word for them to come right away, before any other unsavory characters move in.
Of course. I'll send orders for them to depart immediately. Leave it with me, my lord.
Remember one time when I was a kid, I was showing my friend one of my sticky hand toys? And their first reaction was they almost tried to eat it.
No. We're the masters now. Our lives are our own.
They're like, do we eat it? Is it like a gummy?
That's all of them. And not a single Akashek in sight. Now to begin the important work of rebuilding the place. It won't be easy. Especially not after 5 years of beasts and blackguards having their wicked way with the place. The masonry might still be sturdy enough, but half the beams are rotted. Those that weren't lost in the fire or burned by the bandits, that is. It'll take a bit of elbow grease, but we'll see Eastpool rise again. Just you wait.
So wait. Lady Hannah is buried here. If you don't mind, I'd like Oscar to join the rebuilding efforts. He should be a part of this.
Of course. I couldn't agree more.
I'll let Martha know that everyone arrived safely. If you need anything more, you have only to send a Stolas.
And we will, my lord. Safe travels.
Eastpool is in safe hands. Time to go and tell Martha the good news.
First things first, we'll need to get a few of these roofs seen to. Wouldn't want to be caught in a storm without any shelter.
Oops. Also, we never got to the... I mean, we have yet to get to the second part of that quest line in... What's his name? In the Lost Wings. Milton or whatever. I know his name wasn't Milton, but...
Anything catch your eye?
Like, started with an M. Ooh, this sword is better.
Thanks very much. Much obliged.
I'll buy it from Karen, thank you very much.
Ah, there you are. All went well then. Sir Wade told me you got rid of the bandits while his lot kept an eye out. Nicely done. And what's all this about some shape-shifting nightmare showing up? On second thoughts, don't tell me. It'll only give me nightmares of me own. What matters is you did it, and now we can build our new village.
I suppose it will be. What will you call it?
Westpool.
What else? Eastpool. Sir Wade said it best. There's plenty bad happened to that place, but that don't undo the good that happened there. No need to throw the baby out with the bathwater.
Did Wade say that?
Well, something along those lines. Anyway, the poor souls might have made it to Eastpool, but their work ain't done yet.
Weastpool.
The way I see it, neither is mine. If it's food or lumber or strong backs they need, the rest is ready to provide it.
Thank you, Martha.
No, thank you. You didn't have to help us.
I wanted to.
Eastpool's been in ruins for years, so wonder any of it's still standing. But with a bit of lumber, a lick of paint, and a lot of hard work, they'll make a home of it yet.
Oh no, oh, we do have a quest in Lost Wing. Maybe this is the conclusion to the two-parter.
I'll be taking you all to a storehouse in the Bales. Leave anything you don't need.
You know what you have to do.
Quentin, not Milton.
You down.
Quentin.
Clive, I fear that I must bid you farewell. As you know, our time grows short. The Lord Chief Justice's vultures are circling. We must strike now. Before we part, I want you to know that, though I may not always have been your most vocal ally, I trust you, as I trusted your predecessor.
Thank you. I appreciate the sentiment, and I understand more than anyone how you feel. But is revenge really the answer?
Clive, you say that, but you did the exact same thing to Hugo.
I have lived for since that day.
It's the exact same thing.
Of Lost Wing. Everything you've built.
I built Lost Wing to achieve this aim. Once it is done, the village will have served its purpose. My comrades and I are sure of our cause, and we shall fight to the last, come what may. But there are those among us who cannot fight. Children, the elderly, bearers afflicted by the curse. I would place Lost Wing in their hands, if I thought it would do them any good. But a village home only to the frail and the infirm is not likely to stay a safe haven for long. And so, Clive, I find myself turning to you once more. Will you take them to your hideaway, that they might live even should Lost Wing die?
Yeah, for those of you that missed it in the previous stream, we did a part 1 of this quest for Quentin, and we found out that he's basically this Lord Chief Justice guy. He wants revenge on him because the guy, like, slaughtered his entire family. And so basically Quentin's been building up Lost Wing, and everyone in Lost Wing is kind of recruited to his cause for the sole sake of taking revenge against the Lord Chief Justice, and everyone here is aware of that. It's not like he tricked them into it.
I will.
Thank you. I will not have it said that I did not see to the well-being of those who rallied to my cause. The people I speak of have withdrawn to Gotan's Bales, away from danger in case the Black Shields strike.
Understood. I'll make sure they get to the hideaway safely.
Then the last of my preparations are complete. Fare you well, Clive. And may Griga guide us. All of us. Those who cannot join us in the coming fight are gathered at Gotan's Bales. I would ask that you see them to safety.
To Gotan's Bales then, and quickly, before anyone else finds them. Everyone, Quinton has asked that you come with me. He can no longer guarantee your protection, but I can. There's a safe place I can take you to.
Well, if that's what the Master thinks best. Sid, none of us would be standing here today if it weren't for Master Quinton. We owe him our lives. So we ain't about to start telling him what he should do with his. If he's saying we ain't safe in Lostwing no more, it's 'cause he ain't coming back. And if that's what has to happen, then so be it. I only hope he can see this through to the end. That we get to see justice done.
I hope so too.
Oi! You lot! Where's everyone else? They ain't already left, have they?
They've gone with Master Quinton.
Fuck! Fuck! Fuck!
What's wrong?
I've just come from the Justice's manor. We have to get Quinton to call off the attack. It ain't just the Black Shields protecting the place. He's got a guard dog and all. A fucking monster. They don't stand a chance against that thing. If I don't get the message to them, they're all gonna fucking die.
No. We can't let this happen. Sid! Don't worry about us. You've got to catch up with him. We can't let Quinton die before that bastard does.
All right. I'll do what I can. Where is this manor?
It's way over to the east, through the woods. Heaven Hall, he calls it.
Promise us, Sid. Promise us you'll do what you can.
Oh, I remember that place. That's when I was looking for the King Bomb. And I found that place. Dang, that's far away. Yeah, never fear. I have my own guard dog. He's stronger than anything you could imagine. Hey, there's a big-ass panther over there. I think that might be a hunt mark. Sorry, Ambrosia, I'm gonna go get this first. Since I'm not gonna go out of my way to get the hunts, but if I see them... Oh, this is not a hunt. This is just a regular big enemy. You look like a hunt mark. Maybe I should save my limit break for the guard dog.
Nice try.
Nice job, Torgal. Hey, Kiefer, welcome to the stream. Thanks so much for stopping by. Good to see you. Who's fighting me? Where's my chocobo? Dang it!
Get him.
Ready, go? Run like the wind.
Where's the path? Oh, there's all their chocobos. I like how this path doesn't completely look like a path, but you can tell it's a path. Like it's like actually going through a forest in a way, but still like game-like, because obviously you can't go through like the dense trees. Like without the map, it'd be hard to tell that this is a path. Aside from the gate, I mean, oh, so many of them died.
Quentin, are you all right?
No. But I am alive. Which is more than I can say for my comrades. They followed me without question all the way here. And they died.
Okay, but that scout said he came from the manor. Shouldn't he have bumped into them along the way? Ooh, you're Snow White.
This must be the guard dog. Quentin, I'll hold it off. You go.
But
your comrades didn't die for nothing. They died for you. Don't let their sacrifice be in vain.
I won't.
It's kind of sus that he's just kind of standing there with all the dead bodies around him and the boss wasn't attacking him at the time.
You're just a rabid beast that needs to be put down.
Ow. And also, this is more like a guard cat. Good thing I just fought one of these. I also like how the flame effects look in this game. Like, they look very realistic. Like, you know, a lot of games have, like, fire effects, but they're kind of like the cartoony fire effects, or they're, like, you know, more brightly, I don't know, red, orange, yellow in a way that's not as realistic, because it's supposed to look kind of fake-ish, because it's, like, magical, but the fire in this game looks just like fire.
If only we'd arrived earlier. Is it over?
It is. He wept and begged for mercy. And I cut him from ear to ear.
You are covered in blood.
Just as I dreamed of doing all these years. All my plans. Building a haven in Lostwing. Freeing bearers from their chains and recruiting them to my cause. It was all for this. But what is this? Justice? My faithful comrades. All those lives lost. So that I might take another.
Quentin.
Master Quentin! Oh, thank Grieger you're safe.
Yeah, Quentin's very, like...
You're alive.
His voice and his face
And so are you.
are very deadpan.
I'm so sorry. I tried to warn you about that thing. And I hate to say it, but there's more bad news.
What? Don't tell me the other bears died too.
It's been flooded.
What?
Like, it's probably because, like, you know, Quentin's lost everything in his life, so he's kind of like, I have nothing to live for. But still, it makes him just kind of creepy. Quentin, you shouldn't be here.
Lost Wing.
I won't turn Akashic, but you can.
And look who's here.
They must have stolen in after we left, just before the flood struck. What if there are still people in there?
No, don't go, Quentin.
Don't be a fool.
Oh, he's gonna die.
Damn it.
Like, I really feel for the guy, but also...
Quentin's not going to last long in there. Come on, Torgal. We need to make this quick.
Oh, I was gonna say, it's nice that we can't knock enemies down like ledges like in Xenoblade, but this guy did. But the stairs are right there, so it's okay.
Hold on. I'm gonna get you out of here. This one. Over here.
There were so many of them. Like, that many shields snuck in here right before the flood.
I need to get back to Quentin.
Uh-oh. Quentin's gonna be dead. Oh, no.
Quentin. Quentin! Look at me! Thank the Founder. He hasn't turned. I'm going to get you out of here.
He's okay.
Welcome back to the land of the living.
Is Lost Wing?
Lost.
Blood has filled the valley.
I see. Then all is at an end. A strange way to achieve one's life's ambition.
No, Master Quentin. Save your strength.
Why? All that I strove for is gone. Only emptiness remains. I have nothing left to live for.
What the heck are you on about? You've got us, ain't you? Don't try telling me you only freed us so you could get revenge. We're more than that to you, and we all know it.
I thought you weren't coming back. But I prayed, and you did. There's got to be a reason for that, right? Can't we just go back to how it was? You know, you looking after us all.
Your work ain't over yet, Master Quentin. We believed that you were the right man to lead us, and we still do.
Your village may be lost, but it seems your people aren't, so long as you remain to guide them.
But why? After what why would anyone follow me?
Because we're family, aren't we?
Family?
Yeah, and all our comrades who went with you, they felt the same. Lostwing weren't just a village. It was all of us.
It was. And as long as we're still here, it is too.
It's a people, not a
We can
place.
start again. Build a new Lostwing, right here in the Bales.
A fresh start. One life ends, and another begins. Why just a village? We could build towns. A nation, even. What's to stop us?
That's the Master Quentin we know.
Please. I am nobody's master. Quentin will suffice. After all, we are family.
Oh, he's smiling.
Permit me to withdraw my request. I will no longer be needing your help in looking after my people.
I'll pretend you never asked.
But you must be rewarded for your efforts on our behalf. You saved my life twice over. And more besides.
A bottle or two of your finest red will suffice.
Of course. Nothing but the best. And I have a feeling that this year's vintage will be the finest yet. If you don't mind waiting, that is.
I look forward to it.
Aw. That was a sad quest, but it had a happy ending. Or an optimistic ending, let's put it that way. Ooh, I got a signboard to put in my room.
They are right, you know. Lostwing can be rebuilt. It was more than a mere village. More than a staging ground for revenge. It was a vision of how life might be. Of how we who have suffered can come to find family again.
Yeah, Quentin definitely... I think the Hanged Man tarot card definitely describes him well. Also, I like how it says, like, search Mid's dungeon. Like, they didn't say Mid's workshop in the corner of the screen. It says search Mid's dungeon. I thought people just called it that as a joke. Like, the kids called it that as a joke, but...
If we're going to do this, we'll need help.
And we'll
What's
have to
this?
find it, and fast.
Consultations, 100T. Transportation, domestic, 500T. Or talents. Transportation external, 1,000 talents. All prices per wagon, monies up front. Monies is a funny word. Additional fees for heavy or unstable loads, consult within.
We cannot let this chance pass us by. Clive, your timing is impeccable. It just so happens that right at this very moment, we're in need of someone with your talents.
And what talents would those be?
Why, your fearlessness, and your skill with a blade.
I'm listening.
Well, as I'm sure you're aware, when these dark skies swept over the Republic, so too did a wave of chaos and confusion. Randalar has been particularly badly affected. Many of the capital's bearers have lost their masters, or taken the opportunity
I like how the
to
light
flee them.
seems to come and go
None
as
remain
well.
free for long, of course. Most find themselves under the protection of the Fist before
It's
they get
very
far.
dynamic.
But the army too is in disarray, and finds itself unable to provide for its new charges. Which means it has been looking to sell.
And you've been looking to buy, to make sure these masterless bearers remain that way.
Precisely. It's the perfect opportunity to free dozens more, and for an attractive price, no less.
So where does my skill with a blade come in?
Though we may have the funds to buy these bearers, we have nowhere to house them. So we've been searching for a place where they can be resettled. Somewhere far from the prying eyes of those who would see them enslaved once more.
Eastpool, or Lost Wing.
We have found one. Cashlock. A small hamlet hidden in a canyon. The place was abandoned a long time ago, but when the men moved out, the beasts moved in.
And so we seek the aid of a fearless swordsman to encourage them to look elsewhere. You'll help, won't you?
How could I refuse?
Excellent. Theo, if you wouldn't mind making arrangements for the transportation of our guests, as we discussed.
Of course. Leave everything with me.
Sounds like you'll have your work cut out for you.
I will. We have an entire village to stock and furnish. Residents and all. Even if I begin right now, I'll be working day and night. So I'd better get started. Try to clear the place out before the wagons roll in, won't you?
I'll do my best.
You will find a village in Chairdress Thread, past Lateney's Cleft. My man there will open the gate for you.
All right. Wish me luck.
I'm sure you won't need it.
Sweet, I have a... Oh, I was gonna say... Oh yeah, okay. I was gonna say there's a quick travel point here. I just have to take the other road.
Good girl.
Be safe.
Oh, you're a friend of the Crimson Caravans. And by the look of you, I'd say you were the help they told me was on its way. Cashlock's just down there, if you'd be so kind.
You know what? I'll walk since this is a new area. I sure hope those weren't members of the friendly goblins I saved last stream. From this same area. Oh, the path branches. Oh, this one goes to here. Okay, so yeah, like the maps are interconnected. It's just not as obvious at the beginning of the game because they ask every time you reach the border of a map, it asks you to quick travel.
This must have been a nice place once. And it will be again.
Look at all the dogs everywhere. Oh my god, there's so many of them. Ow. More? Birds?
That's all of them. Come on, Toggle. Let's head back to Boklad.
Easy.
You won't find a finer array this side of the strait.
Something the matter, Theodore? Quiet.
Those are our terms. I trust that you'll give them your full consideration.
I shall. Thank you.
Him again.
Someone you know?
Yes. And, no. But enough about him. How did you fare down in Cashlock?
It's done. The village is safe now.
You made quick work of it, as always.
Well, I got quick
I should
travel.
go and let Eloise know.
You should try it sometime. Then you don't need caravans.
Don't tell her I was watching her, will you? She'll only get upset. I'll explain everything once you've finished with your report.
All right. We'll speak then.
How could she not tell? You're standing like 5 feet away from her, staring at her.
Eloise, I just got back from Cashlock. The village should be safe now.
Thank you, Clive. Here, something for your trouble. Well then, now that you have laid the groundwork for our little project, I suppose we'd better finish the job. The first thing we'll need to do is make sure our offer for the bearers is accepted.
You're still in negotiations?
We are. A trusted colleague has been dealing with the Fist on our behalf, but things have been trickier than we anticipated. I suppose it's to be expected. This is the army we're dealing with. Fighting's what they do. But we shall emerge victorious in the end.
Well, if you need any help, you know where to find me.
I'm not sure I do, but thank you all the same.
Ah, Clive.
You wanted to talk?
The man I was watching earlier, the one speaking to my sister. He represents the Silver Peak Consortium. It's one of the bigger trading houses.
I don't think I've heard of them.
Well, every trader in Dharmekia has. They operate across the length and breadth of the Republic, and they're still expanding. They've been trying to get Eloise to join their ranks for some time now, and judging by her reaction earlier, I'd say she had half a mind to accept their latest offer.
And you'd rather she didn't?
I would rather she did what makes her happy. And I would never deny her such an opportunity. Eloise saved me from slavery, and we have striven to save others like me ever since. But this was not the life my sister wanted, nor the one she deserves. I won't let her give up on her dreams again for my sake. She freed me from my bonds, and she must be freed from hers in turn.
You're a good man, Theo.
I have always been grateful for what my sister did for me, and I want to repay the favor by letting her live her own life. But each time an opportunity to do just that arises, she turns it down. For my sake.
She loves you.
And I love her. Which is why I want this time to be different. To show her that I don't need to be watched over anymore. Though I'm sure I'll still need some help from time to time. I trust that I can count on you.
Always.
Thank you, Clive. Well then, I had better get back to work. These bearers aren't going to move themselves. That's a job for the Crimson Caravans. This
Good man, Theo.
The last commission the Crimson Caravans undertakes. Under present management, at least. But don't...
Oops,
tell my sister I said that, will you?
Didn't mean to cut you off there.
Cole said it was an army of Akashi.
How are we supposed to do our duty when the hills are...
Oh, indeed.
Ah, I wasn't expecting you back so soon. Here's everything we've received and everything promised.
This one's from a Dalamil Spicer.
You earned this.
This is from a Lonely Porter.
Here you
Ooh,
are.
Orchestrion roll.
Come again. I may have more for you.
Yeah, Jill who? Not like we're in a hurry or anything, you know?
If Amber and the Lazarus are gone, do you think Mid's ship will ever sail? This looks like it's from Sid's old diary. But you'll already have read it. I'd better keep looking. What do we have here? Oh, Sid's pipes. Something tells me Mid won't be needing these.
We've had no word from Canva for days. Please tell me Mid is all right.
I would like to tell you, but I cannot interact with you, ma'am.
I remember seeing this doll in Sid's cellar. I wonder if it was Mid's. Huh. What's this tucked inside it?
A riddle. Midadol, I know you like your riddles, so I reckon you'll appreciate this one. Great, a riddle. Of all my inventions, this one's the best, and so when choosing its place of rest, I recalled your opus, daughter dearest, and now it sleeps there in the first. I'm gonna have to work on that last rhyme. Good luck. It's on the first shard!
Sid's best invention. Huh. That sounds promising. So Sid hid something in Mid's first opus. What would that be? Perhaps Otter might know.
Oh, I thought we'd have to take the note back to Mid and get her to solve the riddle, but I guess I'm gonna solve it. I mean, I know we have quick travel, but realistically, it's a lot of back and forth, so...
Well, did you find anything? Possibly. You wouldn't happen to know what Mid's first opus was? Opus? That girl's as tone deaf as a banshee. Unless you mean the orchestrion. She couldn't have been more than, what, 11, 12 when she cobbled that thing together? It surprised us all. Not least her dad. You should have seen how proud he was of the little scamp. What's that battered old box have to do with anything? I think Sid may have hidden something inside it. Wouldn't surprise me. Those two and their bloody treasure hunts. Half the things in the hideaway were hidden one time or another.
How are we supposed to do our duty when the hills are gone?
Cole said it was an army of Akashi.
Hopefully I don't break it when I open it up, considering I don't know how it works. Also, let's upgrade our gear.
Let me tell you a story, Clive.
All right.
Them rumours Wetlegs were spreading. Might be they weren't just tales plucked out of thin air. You see, there were a time when I weren't too particular about who I sold steel to, so long as they paid me the right price. Some women lust after blood, others after flesh, but me, I were always one for gold. And to satisfy that lust, I sold to opposing armies, stabbed my every client in the back, made myself the most hated woman in the twins. But then one day I met a man who made me a different kind of offer. Said he'd give me access to a realm-wide community of like-minded individuals in constant need of steel and sundries. On the condition I sold to him and his alone.
Was that the first time you met Sid?
Aye. And I fell right into his damn trap. He was true to his word, so I ended up being true to mine. And I soon started making the best profits I've seen since taking up the trade. And all without aiding or abetting any outlaws. Except Sid himself, that is. Told me about his plan to topple the mother crystals, you know. Said that with them gone, the realm would want for all manner of things. An opportunity for the likes of me to mint gil. Why, I reckon an enterprising individual could find himself the richest dam in the Twins. And that's when he had me. I emptied my stores that day and moved into the hideaway proper. And the rest, as they say, is ancient bloody history. A dozen years on, and I'm still not the richest dam. Not for lack of trying, mind. But I can say, I have never been happier. You've all shown me.
And pause this? Oh, there we go. Kieran, welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for coming by, everyone. I hope you had a good stream yourself. You were playing Pokemon Emerald, right, with your Nuzlocke. How'd that go? Well, thank you so much for writing the Kieran the shout-out. You guys, please go visit Kieran when you get a chance, if not already. Go follow his Twitch and his YouTube and his Twitter. He's an amazing streamer. He's so positive. He has a fun community. And he's also an amazing streamer / professional voice actor / singer / artist, everything. Please go make sure you check him out. And he's my best friend. Welcome, welcome. Hey, Dotori, Nick Moon, Q Bunny. Welcome, everyone. Did you have a good time with your Pokemon Nuzlocke? Did it go better this time? I'm Kiro, the frog-themed martial artist. We're playing Final Fantasy XVI. And I hope you guys make yourselves comfortable, and if you need to go take care of yourselves after your stream, you should go do that. Otherwise, I hope you enjoy your time here. Hey Dotori, welcome. Thank you so much for following me and being a froggy friend. You got sweet revenge? Nice, nice. Hey Reisna, good to see you. We're just wrapping up some side quests here.
There are some things more precious than gil.
That there are.
So don't you go messing it all up. Or you'll have me to answer to.
Well, that was nice.
Aye, it's a dangerous world out there.
It's interesting to get the cutscenes that are not actually part of any side quests out of nowhere.
That great lump.
Why, he's the gentlest, most dutiful soul I've ever had the pleasure to meet. He might not be the brightest crystal in the crate, but he's got a good heart, and I'd far rather have an honest fool working for me than a clever scoundrel. He never shirks his duties, never answers back, never dips his fingers in the coffers. No, I won't hear a bad word said about him, though I might say a few myself. The lad's even got Blackthorn teaching him the secrets of smithing now, so I'm keeping him one good eye on the forge. If that blowhard of a blacksmith should even think about doing Geats down, he'd have words. Goots.
Go on then. You're rubbing me blind, you know. It'd better all be here. You're rubbing me blind, you know. Is that all?
Yep. What's that for you, dear? Should last you a good while. Not bad, if I do say so myself. Should last you a good while. Yeah, that should do you.
I think the one thing I like about this game is all the crafting and equipment stuff is pretty easy to keep up with. Like, it doesn't require a lot of like, oh, you gotta secretly go and like farm these a million things. You get this secret weapon and then do a million side quests and then have to pay a million gil or something like that. The emblem of the Hanged Man, the tavern that sits at the heart of Lostwing, now in the depths of an ether flood, It depicts a hooded, bound, and starved man hung by the ankles, perhaps contemplating how he will take his vengeance on those who made him this way. Now that Quentin strives to build a new future for the remnants of the Lostwing family, mayhap the Hanged Man will rise again, but likely under a different name. Oh, thank you so much for the sleeveless redeem, Lace. Oh, how come it's not going off? There we go. Thank you, thank you. I regret that both you and the lump had to all get tangled up in the wicked weave of my sordid past, but thanks to your meddling I was finally able to put to rest matters that were left too long to fester. And with that finally done, I can sit back and enjoy this new world of yours you're so keen on creating. One don't need a pair of eyes to see the good you've done. Thanks for the stretch reminder, Sai. And Juan, welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for stopping by. Good to see you. You guys go check out Juan when you get a chance too. He's a really cool streamer himself and an artist with a very handsome model. So please go check him out. And again, yeah, thanks for the stretch reminder. But you guys at home, make sure you sit up straight in your seats. Make sure you're not slouching. Make sure you get a little good stretch in. My Lord Marcus, in your absence shall I watch over my new charges, affording them every protection I am able. I only ask you do the same for his grace, Yote. I wonder if she's somewhere in the hideaway right now. Like I can go and talk to her. Clive, I cannot begin to thank you for all you have done for Lostwing, so in lieu of my awkward remerciments, I shall be sending several barrels of next season's vintage. I can only hope they finally turn you off that foamy swill you and yours so covet. Quentin. It's a cooldown on my shout-out. Done. Well, there we go, yeah. Join us Falling Juan when you get a chance.
If it's knowledge you seek.
I didn't break it. Well, I didn't break it.
What didn't you break?
Nothing. We didn't break nothing. We definitely didn't break the orchestrion.
What's wrong with it?
It's broken. Except when it isn't.
It sounds like a vending machine.
And you had nothing to do with this?
Nope, nothing. We just wanted to listen to all the songs at once. So we pressed all the buttons. Like this.
Like an elevator. Hey, but most of the songs aren't even unlocked, kids.
See?
I've only unlocked like 5 songs.
Too well. Alright, out of the way.
Give it a couple good thwaps.
There's something caught on one of the gears.
Did you break it? Can you fix it?
No, I mean, yeah, yes. There. How about now?
You fixed it! Sid fixed it! He more than fixed it! Yeah, new music!
Huh. Never heard this one before.
They started playing when I removed this. Whatever it is.
You just hear it start saying the Papaya song from FF14. Okay, but if Sid left that thing in there for years, how come only just now it started being weird?
It's important, though.
Is it because the kids were pressing all the buttons?
Once and said as much.
Surely that's happened already.
The stuff dreams were made of. Let's just hope it's the stuff ships are made of as well.
Indeed. Let's see if we can make some dreams come true.
All of Sid's master plan, he left it on a 5-year and 1-week timer. Maybe?
Just the two I was looking for.
Aye, aye. Who's a patient?
Actually, yes. The Crown Prince just left.
Dion left?
Unless you've another word for stood up and walked off. Yes, left. He did have the decency to leave a message with Obelisk before commandeering one of his dinghies. Should we go after him?
No. We're not the Prince's keepers. He is free to do as he sees fit.
I'd rather he did so in bed. His wounds are nowhere near healed. Much like yours, I suspect. Otto told me what happened in Canver. What is it with this realm's princes and their aversion to rest?
Ask me when I get back.
It's called main character
Though
syndrome.
maybe sometime.
Then at least try to stay safe.
And if that fails, try to stay alive, eh?
Every moment I waste here, the further the flagship sails. I have to get back.
More side quests! I just cleared them out. This one unlocks another recipe. Oh, and this one probably unlocks another healing upgrade. Okay, but it looks like those are the only ones that unlocked. Okay. Well, that's kind of perfect timing, actually. The NPCs are so helpless, it's adorable. Actually, I have a lot of skill points, but I think I've already upgraded all the ones that I actually equip. Oh, maybe not. Okay, let's upgrade all the ones I actually equip. Dude, these ones are already upgraded. Like, I should start learning some of the other skills I don't use, but... That's fine. Oh, now I gotta save again. Okay, so today's stream was slightly shorter than the last couple days, but I think in terms of like our story beats, like it seems like I've been pretty consistent in like every 3-hour window, there's like, it's like one story arc. It's like, you come back to the base, there's some pre-preparation you need to do, there's side quests, that takes about 3 hours, and then the next 3 hours is journeying to the next Mother Crystal, doing something, big boss fight at the end, and then you come back to the hideaway, and then it repeats. It's been pretty consistent for the last like 3 or 4 streams now, so I feel like this is a good place to leave off for next time. Now tomorrow, I'm going to be streaming on Drago's channel. He is doing the last case of the Great Ace Attorney 2, and I'll be joining him on that. So no Final Fantasy 16 tomorrow, and then on Saturday we'll pick it up. I think I should be able to finish this game in 2 more streams, if not 1. I think 2 is more safe because I'm probably going to be doing... There's probably going to be a bunch of extra side quests to do, and that takes a little bit of extra time. So I'm thinking by the end of Sunday I should be finished this game, but I guess we'll see. But I'm really enjoying it. It's really fun. Battle system's really fun. The story has... Like, I'm more interested in it now, but I can't say that I'm, like, really hankering with interest in the story, but it's because I like the characters and I like the battle system that keeps me going. And, you know, the music's good, the boss fights are fantastic, so... I think this year, 2023, has been a great year for games that we've streamed on my channel this year. Both new and old games. It's just been really good. We've hit a lot of bangers this year, which has been really fantastic. Except for Raincoat, that was kind of the exception. We won't talk about that. Yeah, thank you everyone for coming by. Thank you so much for all the raids, all the new follows. I really, really appreciate it. You guys are all awesome. And I really, really appreciate all your support. Let's go raid my friend Ram. He's doing a talk show or podcast on his channel, which would be kind of cool. So stick around, say hi to Ram. We'll give him a raid. And I'll see you guys tomorrow for Grade Ace Attorney on Drago's channel, or on Saturday for more Final Fantasy 16. And also, the DLC episodes for To the Moon are being uploaded on YouTube tomorrow as well. Those are streams that we did not, well, they're videos that we did not stream. Me and Kieran recorded those off stream because the DLC episodes weren't cooperating with the stream. So if you're interested in To the Moon, you might want to check out those DLC episodes because they will not be things that you would have seen on Twitch, at least on my channel. So that'll be exciting. Look forward to it. Yeah, thank you everyone. Alright, stick around and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.